Good morning and welcome back to Create, Share, Inspire podcast. I'm Kristin Omdahl. This is episode 222 and we're here live at the beach for sunrise in Southwest Florida, and today I'm at Bonita Beach. The sun's just coming up over the buildings and the trees to the east, and this is the Gulf of Mexico behind me. If you're joining me live, please say hello. Let me know where you're from and if you have any questions for me. Hi Judy and Christy, thanks for joining me live. Hi Melissa. Hi Chris. Colors are so pretty this morning. Hi Judy and Grace, Sherry, Elisa, Lynn from Indiana. Got people from all over joining us live. Isn't that wonderful? Hi Ida and Elizabeth and Kim. Thanks for joining me live, everybody. Hopefully you're having a lovely Friday morning. Hi, Christy and Sandra, Judy, Grace. I am on my 4th of 5 color stripes for my knit scarf slash shawl slash wrap. Hi, Jane and Joanna. Louisiana, that sounds fun. I've never been to Louisiana, but I would love to go. I dream about doing a road trip from here, following the Gulf Coast all the way to New Orleans and finding every little dive bar to listen to live music along the way. Thanks, Chris. I'm really loving it. Hi, Lisa. Who's staying home this morning with a temp? I don't know if that means you, Raina. I'm not sure what you mean by that. Hi, Karen. It's funny working this on circulars and looking at it where it kind of looks like it's in the round makes me wish this was going to be a top. But that's okay. It's going to be amazing as a scarf. It's going to be, because it's so long, it's going to be able to wrap around my neck and still hang down long in, oh, sorry to hear that, Raina. Hopefully your first grader feels better soon. And so now I've put added pressure on myself to finish this one immediately. Because I'm in the middle of doing a magazine interview for a magazine for, I think it comes out in April, but I'm going through the interview process now where they've asked me a bunch of questions, and then I answered them. Then as the author is developing their story, they ask more questions about some of the answers, just to get, you know, whatever they've decided their point of view is for the article. They've probably found more interest in some of my answers than others. So they've come back and asked me the secondary questions. I've answered those. I've sent them some products of mine in case they have any questions about some of my products. And now they've asked me for some photos of myself. They want 3 photos of me for the interview slash article. And you know, now that I just cut 5 inches off my hair, I feel obligated to use photos that represent me right now, which is kind of silly. I should be fine using photos that are a couple months old, but anyway, I thought it was a great opportunity to wear this in a photo for the magazine article. And I can't wear this to take a photo for the magazine article until it's done. So no added pressure, right? But doing over 300 stitches in a row is pretty slow going. It's taking me about 15 to 20 minutes per row right now. So let's see, how many rows do I have left? I have 22 plus 10. I have 32 rows to go. Oh, I have about 8 hours to go for this shawl. Yikes. Yikes. Okay. Now I'm feeling the pressure. Thanks everybody for your congratulations. Marlon's in a tennis tournament this weekend, so hopefully there'll be plenty of downtime for getting a bunch of knitting done. I'd really like to have this done by Sunday, blocking by Sunday night, so I can do a quick photo shoot Monday. Thanks, Stacy. Thanks for bringing up my outfit, by the way, because I am wearing that same cardigan that we talked about the other day. Gosh, I can't even remember if it was yesterday or a different day. I think it was a different day. I don't think I wore it yesterday. I just messed up. hold on a second, because what I wanted to show you is that I'm wearing yoga pants and a sports bra top, and I thought that this t-shirt cardigan that we demonstrated the other day actually looks great with yoga wear too. So I've got on some Nike leopard print yoga pants or running pants, whatever you want to call them, and I've got my tank top on, the one from my Amazon shop, this one, where the sports bra is attached to the tank top. And I think that this cardigan looks absolutely amazing over it, and actually makes me feel less schleppy, maybe a little more put together to leave the house with the cardigan on top. You could still tie it if you felt like it, but I don't like the way my lower belly looks right now, so I'm not going to tie it, but you could. But even just leaving it down, I feel way more put together leaving the house in yoga pants with a cardigan over the top. And it's a tank, and it's t-shirt material, so I'm not adding bulk, I'm not adding a lot of heat layer that I don't need right now, but I definitely feel more put together. So between putting a cardigan on, earrings, and lipstick, I feel like I can pull off a yoga outfit and not look like I didn't put any effort in this morning. You know what I mean? Hi from Malawi, that's awesome. Yeah, it's a way to dress up the yoga pants, I think. I missed a bunch of comments. Oh, thanks, Catherine. Thanks, Tina. Yeah, I'm trying to do my braid still with the shorter hair. And you notice I don't have the braid to do at this part now, so I have two little ponytails in the back. But the rest of my hair fits in the braids okay. Thanks, Naomi. Thanks, Mar. You know, I try. I actually enjoy making the effort to try to look put together every day. And I think it's really fun to challenge yourself to see how, like something like this. I do not feel like I look put together in yoga pants and a tank top, but I thought it was fun to try to see what I could accomplish by putting makeup on, doing my hair, putting on some cute earrings, and adding the cardigan. Now I feel more put together. I'm just wearing flip-flops this morning, so I guess I'm not super duper put together, but that's okay. I don't wear sneakers. Good morning, Rebecca. Thanks, Judy. I try. Hey, that might be George. We're back at Bonita Beach this morning. Hey, buddy. You come to say hi. We've got another little bird right here, too. Raina, there's a MAC lipstick sale. Holy smoke, that sounds awesome. Yes, please forward it to me. You know I love MAC lipstick, although I probably have more than I could wear in my lifetime. I probably have 20 tubes. And I really wear only about 5. I only wear my bright ones anymore. I don't know, in the winter or at night, I would wear my reds. Anyway, what did I want to talk about this morning? I told you about my challenge for finishing this to get the interview photos done on time. Ooh, I know what I wanted to ask everybody about. Who has been watching? Oh, thank you, Elizabeth. Hey, yeah, hopefully that'll ship today, but if not, it'll ship by Monday for sure. Who has watched the show Making It on NBC the last couple of months? Has anybody been watching Making It with me on NBC? It was a craft competition show with Amy Poehler and Nick Offerman. I want to say there were 8 episodes, maybe 10 episodes, not quite sure how many episodes there were. Actually, I have no idea at the moment. Maybe it was only 6. Okay, I see a lot of people were watching it. Well, do you remember last year? No, we hadn't started Yarn on the Beach yet. Okay, we hadn't started the podcast yet. So last September, I got, you know, news through the industry, so it wasn't public knowledge that there was a new craft competition show coming to NBC, and if I wanted to audition. And so I thought about it and thought, wow, that would be great exposure for my business. Yes. So I did my interview for filled out a gigantic application. I think it took like almost an hour. Lots and lots of questions about what you knew about different types of crafting. and how much you knew about each one. And then you had to do an on-camera interview video and send it with your application, and I did. And I was all excited thinking this was going to be the exact exposure I needed to take my business to the next level, to get my brand and my products in the, you know, the exposure that I needed with more customers, more audience, more everything. And then as the application process went on, I discovered that you were going to have to be out of town for at least 6 weeks if you know, made it through on the show. If you didn't go home the first week, you were going to stay there for that extended period of time. And so before I even knew whether or not I'd been accepted for the show, I had already in my mind said, there's no way I'm going to do the show. First of all, I did not want to leave Marlin for that long. And second of all, as a solopreneur, aka entrepreneur who works alone, there was absolutely no way my business could survive for that much time away. Yeah, the pigeons are here with me. There was no way my business could survive being on the road for that long either. So if my business can't survive, my home couldn't survive. And so I had already made the mental note in my head that no matter what they say, I would not be able to take the offer. I did not get accepted for the show, and which is fine. You know, not everything's meant for everybody. And so I was still super excited to watch the show when it came out. Number one, because I had this inside info through that whole application process. And then because I was excited to see craft brought to the front and center in primetime TV. And I thought that was extremely exciting because, like a friend of mine once said, when the water rises, all the boats rise too. So any positive exposure about craft is great for all of us. So I was super excited to see the show come out. The first couple of weeks, I was not super excited about the show right away. I almost thought that, I got the impression that they were making fun of crafts a little bit, but I don't know, it could have been my bruised ego that I wasn't on the show. Who knows? Well, hello birdies! The birdies are back. This is awesome. So I'm not sure what my whole deal was the first couple weeks, but I thought they were making fun of crafts a little bit. And but I loved what everybody was doing on the show. And they were given these themes every week and then told to use any kind of craft supplies, anything. If you like paper craft, if you like woodworking, whatever you liked, you were allowed to use whatever mediums you wanted to do the themes for the show. So anybody that has already watched it knows what I'm saying. It was done, it was really creative. It was really fun. I did not care for everything everybody made, but who does, right? And I didn't always care for who they chose to win, but I do feel like there was some really talented people on the show, and I found the show at the end of the whole thing, I found the show extremely inspiring. So if you have watched it, awesome. Oh, it's on demand, Sherry. So if you go to NBC.com or go to NBC on demand, I'm sure you could still find it. I mean, NBC's really good about sharing their shows, so I would highly recommend checking it out because I thought it was very inspiring. So that's all I have to say about it. Yeah, Lisa, I did not care for everything they made. I did not care for everything the judges said to them. I don't know, I was pretty opinionated on this show. It was called Making It, Sherry. It's called Making It. Hello, Marie from Palm Coast. Thanks for joining live. But I do feel like having a show on prime time that's all about crafting and making things by hand is good for all of us. So I think that anything we can do to support that type of show is good for the crafting world in general. Yeah, Lisa, I agree. Some things were not that cute, but some things were amazing. including things on the finale. I thought some of the cake toppers were absolutely gorgeous, including the one that didn't win. Oh, thank you, Olivia. Yeah, it wasn't for me, and that's okay. It wasn't for me, and that's okay. I still say it's good for the craft industry in general, and I found it to be, some of it to be very inspiring. Like one of the girls that was on the show, apparently she has a blog, and I want to go check out her blog now to see if I can be inspired to make my blog better too. Yeah, Raina, I wasn't a part of it, Raina. I just applied and didn't get chosen. I don't know if that makes me a part of it, but yeah, no, it's awesome. It's awesome to see craft brought to prime time and to mainstream network TV. So I think this is great for all of us. Yeah, TGI Friday. Oh, Raina, you're so sweet. So they started the application process for season 2. So I'm guessing that season 1 did well, and I will not be applying for it because all of the circumstances in my life that made me say I wouldn't have accepted the offer last season still exist. So I won't be watching it. So I won't be applying for season 2 either. Yeah, the birds are on fire today. I don't know if they want me to talk. What's cool is that they're back. I wonder if that means that the water's better today. Hi, baby. All right, I think they want some camera time. Let's finish this row. And it is an awesome location. We're in Southwest Florida at Bonita Beach. And I'm going to turn the camera around so you can see my little friends. Say hello to my little friends, the birdies. There's a ton of them here today. So chatty. So this is the beach to the north of us. In the distance you can see Fort Myers Beach and a little bit of Sanibel Island if you squint. And we have most of the beach to ourselves except for a couple of lovebirds in the water. Then we've got, this is the sun coming up over the buildings and the trees in the east. And then here's the beach to the south of us. I'll turn around so I can look too. There's a couple people down there, a bunch of birds coming. See the birds flying? I mean, is it just the time of year? I don't think these are the birds that go north and come back south for this winter. So I don't know. I wonder if it's red tide related. I don't think it's migrating related yet. Yeah, the birds aren't peaceful, but they're cheerful. They seem happy. Oh, those are pelicans. Fun. We've got activity. Oh, I have something else to show you guys today. Oh, speaking of the colors of September, Bianca, I brought some new colors that I've dyed of Be So Fine yarn. I'm having so much fun with that shadow collection, or the Shushugi Bond collection. For those of you who haven't heard me talk about it before, Shushugi Bond is an ancient Japanese technique of wood charring as a natural treatment for wood. And I first learned about it on the show Fixer Upper with Joanna and Chip Gaines when they did their friend's houseboat, which I love, love, love. Anyway, once I started researching the technique of Shushugi Bond, I realized that the way the wood charring affects different woods came out in different colors, but it just brought in shadows. I'm finishing my row. As soon as I do, I'll show you the colors. So I've done quite a few colors so far, and everybody's loving them so far, which makes me happy. And so I decided to do a red, and this is different than, so I've done the hand-dyed red color, and this is not $1 Million Red. This is definitely a more orangey red, and it's absolutely gorgeous on its own. But here it is in the red shadow for Shushugi Bond collection. Isn't that magnificent? I love the way the black reacted to the red and brought out some brown and some purple. It's just gorgeous. And can you imagine doing a shawl where you picked one of these colors for the shawl and then the other color for the ruffle, you'd have too much yarn for one shawl, but you could make two that way. Let's say you did this for the body and this for the ruffle. That would take probably about half a ball of each, and then you could do this for the body and this for the ruffle for a second one. Or you could make an amazing top, you could do stripes, you could do a gradient. I mean, there's so many things that you could do with these, but this is gorgeous on its own. It's a new red. Haven't named it yet, but these will both be in my shop later today. It's definitely an orangey red. It's like a fiery, it's like a campfire red. It just reminds me of glowing coals. Definitely a very warm red. Has a bit of orange to it, but red for sure. And just so beautiful for fall. It reminds me of fall leaves. Like, is it maple trees up north where the leaves turn red? This is 100% bamboo and fingering weight yarn. So each of these 4-ounce hanks has 650 yards. Lots of yardage. You could make a shawl with one ball of yarn, and if you use two for some color work, you could actually make two out of this. Yeah, it reminds me of maple trees. It's that kind of a color. A very warm red and gorgeous. And so then this is the shadow version of it. Catherine, I'm not sure how long the discount's going to go for that. We'll see how many sell, and I've got to keep up with the orders first. So I don't have $1 Million Red with me, but $1 Million Red is a lot more, I can do that tomorrow. It's more of a blue red, and it's more saturated than this, I think. But I can bring a ball of $1 Million Red tomorrow so you can see them side by side. And you'll see that this is a lot more warm. Yes, this is bamboo. Yep, 100% bamboo, fingering weight, 650 yards per hank, and I wind them into a center pull ball and send them in an organza drawstring storage bag along with a pot of Wrapture all natural delicate wash. Those birds are so funny. And then I didn't bring $1 Million Red, which was a good suggestion, but I did bring some of the newer colors so you could compare this red. So here's that red with Feisty Flamingo and Peaches and Cream and Jaded Peacock, so you can see how it looks next to those. And then I brought the other colors from the shadow collection to show you this red with the other shadows. So here's the new red shadow. I know the birds are so funny. Here's the new red shadow next to the plum shadow. Grab some more. I think I brought all the shadows with me today. Okay, here it is next to the mauve shadow. Gosh, aren't those beautiful together? Thanks, Judy. And then here it is next to the silver shadow. What else do I have? Oh, and I've got blue shadow and gold shadow, blue shadow, and green shadow. This is something this is a color I haven't done before, and I'm excited about it. So haven't named the red yet. I might call it maple. I might call it maple because that's what it reminds me of. It definitely reminds me of fall. Came untwisted. If anybody wants to see any of these side by side, let me know. I think I grabbed all of them side by side. Thanks, Stacy. You see green shadow again? Sure. Here's green shadow. I can show you that next to Jaded Peacock. Those are interesting together too. Green and gray shadow, sure. It's silver shadow, but yes. Thanks, Bianca. Plum shadow with silver shadow. Gosh, this is so fun to do this. I love being able to take requests like this and show them together. How fun. That's okay, Sherry. No, I just want to, I'm only correcting you so that you don't look for the wrong name on my website and then have trouble finding it. Plum with mauve. Yeah, those are pretty together too. Let's see. There's plum. And here's mauve. Yeah, these are beautiful together. I think that they would all be interesting to do that 2-color gradient that we've been talking about, where one color stripe goes thick to thin and the other one goes thin to thick. I think that any of these shadow yarns would be really interesting like that, but I also think the solid colors would be really interesting like that too. Here's the new maple red with jaded peacock. Missed something red, I couldn't read the rest of it. I think these would be cool too. I'm making your perfectly panache ponzo. I couldn't finish all of that. Jane's letting someone else pick colors for her. That's fun. Takes the pressure off when someone else picks it, right? Yeah, the pinks are fun. So I've got, this is Feisty Flamingo I brought with me today, and Peaches and Cream. This is a very pale, icy peach, and this is more of a hot pink. Super fun. I actually like the maple with them. I think that's kind of interesting. And I definitely like the jaded peacock with them. There's something about those three that I love. I photographed them together yesterday. I was like, dang, I like that. It's pretty fun getting to look at pretty yarn all day, I gotta say. And getting to create with color, man, fun stuff. The maple with, oh yeah, maple with gold shadow, yes. Look at that, that's beautiful. And then we could look at the red shadow with the gold shadow too. What's the name of this color? I don't know what this color means. This one's going to be called Red Maple, I believe. And then this will be Red Shadow. Those are the only new ones this morning. Maybe if you can explain what color you were seeing when you said it. I know, unfortunately, there's a delay between your questions. Yeah, wouldn't that be fun, Jane? I picture when I do retreats that I would have a little like pop-up shop with it. That would be fun. Yeah, it could be Maple Shadow, but I've been calling the shadow ones just by plain names, so it might end up being Red Shadow, but we'll see. We'll see what I feel like when it goes on the website. But it could be Maple Shadow too. That's a good one. Thank you. All right, so back, so what did I say I have? I have 8 hours of stitching left for this. I could possibly do that this weekend. I could possibly do that. I won't have time to knit on this today because as soon as I get back to my office, I've got a bunch of shipping to do and some photography to do and some other work projects to do. Oh, KB's not feeling well. Feel better, KB. Marlon's been sick on and off all week, and I keep thinking I'm getting it, and then I get better, and then I feel like I'm getting sick again, so who knows what the heck's going on here, but feel better, KB. Lots of fluids, lots of rest. That's what I tell Marlon. Yep, tea helps. Oh yeah, blocking and drying, Ida, could be while I'm sleeping though. Those don't that's not active hours. So it's 8 hours of pure knitting and then, you know, another overnight of blocking and drying. But if I could get 8 hours of knitting in this weekend and finish this, that would be fantastic. Jimmy's never been to a beach before. Aw. I guess everybody else knows more of what KB's symptoms are. I didn't catch them. But I've heard neti pot, that's always a good one when you're congested. The crochet one, that's funny because the crochet one I planned on working on last night and I lost my crochet hook in my bag. Like, how does that happen? It has been in my bag. I saw it in my bag yesterday. I go to pull it out last night and couldn't find my crochet hook, and I'm using a D hook, which I happen to know I don't have a whole lot of D hooks. I believe I only have 2, so missing one is a pretty risky move. So I couldn't find it last night, which is why I picked this one up. And because I was planning on working on the crochet one last night. And then this morning I found my crochet hook. No, I found another crochet hook, put it in my bag, and then as I was walking out the door, I saw a crochet hook, a skinny crochet hook on the kitchen counter. I'm like, could that be the one that's missing? And why in the heck is it there and not in my bag? But I was in a rush out the door, so I don't know. So we'll find out when I get back. Hopefully I have found my missing D hook. And in the meantime, oh, it looks like I'm missing a whole bunch of a side conversation about a couple people. So sorry about that. Lisa's prioritizing new yarn purchases. That sounds fun. And we are out of time. So let's take this last minute here to look out on this gorgeous view, listen to the sounds of the waves and our little chirpy friends, and set our intentions for the day. Man, that's a pretty blue. Man, they're busy today. So cute. Thanks everybody for taking time out of your busy day to spend a few minutes here with me. I hope you enjoyed the sunrise. Hope you enjoyed the sound of the waves, the beautiful scenery, our friendly, busy, and chirpy birds this morning. I hope you enjoyed chatting with me and everyone else here. If you have any questions, please feel welcome to leave them for me in the recorded version comments. If I try to reply to those every day, and if it's a question I think I can use for another live video, we'll put it on the podcast another day. Thanks everybody. Let us make time to create, share, and inspire today and every day. I'll see you all tomorrow. Bye.